Alright, hi everybody, it's Volkai922. Sorry about the... that video got... Oh, shit, that video went hot! That fairy tale rant. Obito X Gohan, he made a comment saying I should do more of those. I don't like doing them. But when I know Davis was saying, welcome to the club. It was funny. But anyway, moving on. And to people, before I get into this review of this last episode review, I'm going to continue reading. Don't think this is like, oh, he's done completely. No, I'm just not reviewing it. I'm going to continue reading it, so good for that. Okay, oh my god, Devil Survivor, final episode. Whoa. Well, I should say one thing. First half was nothing but fights. Just the fight between Yamato and hibiki. Oh, God! I should stop. I should calm myself here. Let's calm down. This was a fucking awesome episode. But I will say this. The second half was, was after the fact. First half definitely gets... The whole episode, I found this very satisfying. I'm actually going to give this a 5. I know that's really high, and I think people will disagree with me on this, but I don't know. This was satisfying. Say what you will. This was, for better or for word, satisfying. Okay, let's get into it. We got the final confrontation, hibiki and Yamato, and they're going at it, boom, 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 boom. And, this was the battle of the wills, henceforth. I mean, Yamato was being an ass, as usual. One point I thought, oh man, hibiki's gonna lose? I was like, gotta do a King of Light again. Because this one was like, it had it on the edge of your seat. A little bit. I was like, are you gonna lose? Hibiki? And basically, the whole conversation, while they're fighting, having this conversation, Hibiki was basically saying the whole thing with, of him bearing the weight of the world, Yamato bearing the weight of the world, and how, if he did what he did, he would erase everything that they went through. That him and his friends went through, that they all sacrificed and grieved over and anguished over. And that was the whole bit. And Yamato wasn't pulling, man. He was just being a dick to the end. And that's when Yamato, oh my god, he went serious havage. Like, damn, that was some Dragon Ball Z shit. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. That was some Dragon Ball Z shit. Merging demons. They were merging. They were doing fusion. I was like, yo, what is this? I was bugging out. Seriously, I was bugging out at that part. I was like, damn. And, before then, we had the fight between, Bayako and Cerberus. And then that fight ended, and he did this, and he was like, he was gonna kill, oh my god, kill hibiki, no. But then, and he merges all these demons together into like 3 main ones that he had. And I thought hibiki was done for. You know what I mean? Absolutely done for. But guess what? Hibiki, this was on, I don't want to say fairy tale, but he gets all the demons that his friends had on his phone. And I was like, where did that come from? I was surprised. I was like, holy shit. And he's like, oh, that's impossible, Yamato. And this was going back and forth. And at one point, he attacked hibiki. Yamato attacked hibiki, but he survived it, and you saw, the Frost guy, Daichi's demon, And I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should lower my rating because of this. Hey, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna still give this a 5 out of 5, even though that little thing with him getting the demons out of nowhere, which I guess what it means was what happened was that the demons that those people had that died was just re-entered into his phone. I can't explain it. That was kind of a weird thing. But anyway, who gives a shit? Because it was just total bossness with Hibiki and the demons. He merged them together and shit. And he fought Yamato with those. He had this, I think it was called Lucifer. Yeah, I remember. He had the demon Lucifer, combining, I think, Suzaku with another one. And used that to attack. And then the entire time, Yamato is just spewing out blood and shit. I was like, what an OP moment. It was just, battle of wills. And defeats Yamato. And Yamato's surprised. He's like slouching down in Hibiki's arms. It wasn't, and people know, it wasn't a yaoi moment. It wasn't that. And saying he was surprised that Hibiki was able to really stop him. And that moment, Hibiki then made his wish to Polaris. And we don't know what the wish was, and then it goes fade to white, and we go to the regular world, and we go, it almost like it wasn't like a rewind, but the events happened as they happened in the beginning of the show, except Train didn't come in and destroy people, and he didn't get killed, Hibiki, and the whole thing with the dying and the dead face. That was the only difference. And he meets up with Daichi, and he meets Nita, and there's a scene where they're about to get on the train, and he's crying and shit. And he runs out, and when he's running out, and this is the very end of the episode, you see everybody going about their daily lives. We've got, I'm trying to remember their names. Don't bad with names. We've got, what was her name? I forgot her name. Oh, shit. Jugo, Hinako, we've got Keita, everyone. And they're going about their regular lives. I was like, wow. And this was satisfying. This was, quote-unquote, satisfying ending. You don't really get this. And it was satisfying. And basically what Hibiki wanted to do, he was running around and shit. He was going to the diet building. And he wanted to see Yamato and see that he was okay. So there's this scene where Yamato's coming out with the limousine. He's in the car. And Hibiki looks at him, and this guy says to Yamato, "Do you know this man, Hong Sween?" And he's like, "I don't." And then he looks at him and he smiles. And in the car, I was like, yo! The fuck? That was awesome. And then we see also Makoto's in the car. And she's asking him what happened. He says this is a good day. You know, kind of. And this was kind of funny because it was showing that Yamato, I kind of guess, from his point of view now, he's changed a little from this experience. And then after that, we get to see with Alcor and saying that his job is done. He now sees that because of Hibiki, humanity can go on the right path. And that was it. That was the end of the episode. I have to say, satisfying. I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. Now, as far as the series is concerned, I will say this. I give this series, I want to give this a 9 out of 10. The whole series as a whole. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because, if I give it a 10 out of 10, that's like giving, saying it was better on par with Shingeki no Kyojin. I don't want to do that. But this was definitely a 9 out of 10. This was definitely one of the best series of the spring. I have to say. Each episode had me on edge. each episode I was like, oh man, what's gonna happen next? You know? So that's why it gets a 9 out of 10. This episode gets a 5 out of 5. I just thought it was just satisfying people. And tell me what you guys think. Just don't go too crazy with the comment section. That's the other video. Shh. Deal shit. Because I just felt it purely satisfying. It's like one of those endings where there are no loose ends. You know, I mean, we got a new world and everything was nipped in the bud, and it felt that because of what Hibiki did and because of his interaction with Yamato, he was able to put humanity in this world on the right path, give or take. And I just thought that was brilliant. Now, I should mention one thing. I am going to do an extra video. An extra video. It's not going to be now. This video won't come out until the end of the week. And what do I mean? It's very simple. What I'm going to do, now this lineup, even though, you know, Shingeki no Kyojin isn't finished yet, I'm still going to do this video. The video is pretty much going to be me just listing the 6 animes that I reviewed in the spring, listing them from number 1, the best, to number 6, not the best. And I'm going to label them, list them. The best of the best, like number 1, number 2, number 3, the top 6 of the ones I reviewed this spring. And this will probably be done, this video, probably on Sunday, when I've reviewed the final episode of Gargantia. After I review that, I'm going to list these animes based upon what I've experienced with them and reviewed them. And even though Shingeki no Kyojin is not over, I might as well put that in there as well. Because I don't want to wait until September. You know? It's too long. But, yeah, that's the story. Great episode, people. Great series. There's nothing else to say. I mean, this was satisfying. I mean, anyone who didn't like the ending, I'm like, alright, I guess you can say the thing with Hibiki getting those demons out of nowhere. Kind of like a friendship kind of thing. But still, you gotta admit, that ending was satisfying. That ending was bona fide satisfying. And everything just fit. It was just like perfect. They did it perfectly. And now humanity can go on the right path based upon it. And Yamato, hey, I hated this guy, but hey, he changed. He basically did it. He changed him. He changed Yamato for the better. That's the way I look at it. So yeah, great series. Go check out Devil Survivor 2. If you haven't, what are you doing? Check it out, people. Like, really. Go and check this shit out. It's awesome. So yeah, great series. I will get that video up later in the weekend, by weekend's end, of that I just said. So yeah, this is Bankai 922. I will see you guys later. Hibiki and Yamato. Awesome shit, guys. Awesome shit. See ya.